Alright, so time for another weekly review. This week we had some equips and the new banner with new Gohan trunks and Android 18. I don't think there was anything else like raid and everything. Like, who cares about that? I want to talk about units and equips, right? So, units wise, what unit should I talk about first? 18 or... You know what, I'll just get 18 out of the way because I don't have her and I haven't used her. So I have only faced her like once. I think 18 is not a good character. She is doing like 30% support, 40% support. I don't know, somewhere around that region. 10% damage, yeah, 10% here and then 30% somewhere else for... Like when your allies use cards, they build up damage, so up to like 30%. Yeah, so 30 here and 10 there. I don't think she does support anywhere else in terms of damage. Falling phase Coronella, yeah, this is just for her. Yeah, I don't think it's to allied when dead. Okay, dead doesn't matter. Here she gives 15% damage on green cards. Honestly, I don't think 18 is good. I've not used her. I've faced her maybe like a couple of times. She doesn't seem good. I'm sorry. I'm an Android's main. I even try, even though she's not good. Like, I got Gohan and Trunks in the first rotation. I did one more rotation specifically to get her. I still didn't get her. Even though she's shit because I am an Android's main, so I would like Android units. But she just isn't good. Sadly, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't think she's good. Maybe using her would change my opinion, but as of now, I've only faced her 2 times or 3 times. She doesn't seem good. She's very easy to kill, and I don't know. Seems like a very meh 1% unit, like not important. Now to the main unit. I don't know what people actually feel about this unit, like where they rate him. I saw like a poll by Dougal on YouTube, and it was between him, like between them and Turles, who is the better unit, and like 60 to 70% people voted Gohan and Trunks. You guys are mentally ill, retarded. Go get a fucking checkup if you think these guys are better than Turles, Ultra Turles. They're not even in the same ballpark. Like they are not. Turles is leagues above these guys. It's not even a debate. Like, it's disrespectful, like, to fucking Turles to put him in a debate with these guys first, and then voting for. Bro, this pisses me off so much because that's how the fucking Legends community is. They are so all mentally ill and retarded. They do not understand the game. They think, oh, he's so good, he can do combo. He's a shit unit. No, sorry, I take that back. I take that back. They are a good unit. They are a good unit. Compared to Turles, bro, it's not a comparison. Anyways, as I said, I don't know what people usually feel about this unit, like where they rate him. I just know a comparison between those two guys with like that were like 10k plus votes. So it was not like, you know, 200, 300. It was like 10k people plus. And it was like 65-70% people voted for these guys, which, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Sorry. So these guys, I have said it before, they are basically Nappa Vegeta, but better, and have 2 colors because they can tag switch. That's all. That's all they are. Nappa Vegeta's role on your team was, oh, you need a safety unit? Slap him on. It's exactly the same with them. You need a safety unit? Slap him on. Because they are, you know, you have seen those memes where like, oh, you look so easy to draw. They are like, these guys are similar. They're like, you are so easy to kill. Bro, you start a combo on them, they cannot stop it. They will die. You know why? Because they don't have any disrupt. And again, all of the negatives I'm gonna mention are not complaints, because we don't want range type units to be defensively insane. We want them to do damage. You know, we want offense units to do damage and die easy. So in that department, Good job, Legends. My complaints, not complaints, the things I'm gonna say negative about them is compared to the units before them, because those units are just better in terms of defensive, defensive things, even though they are offense units. So compared to them, these guys are worse. But this is a step in right direction. This is what you need to do. Make offense units not defend that well. So in that, like, I am happy with their design. What I'm not happy with is people glazing them and saying they're way better than they actually are. That's where my problem lies. I am happy with the design, that they're not overly defensively broken. It's not even over. They don't have anything for defense. They have like card draw speed down and the gauge for healing a bit. So basically they have sustain and then they have the card draw speed down. But the thing with card draw speed down is a lot like 3Ku, he does not care about card draw speed down. You know why? Because he guaranteed draws cards on entry and then using cards. So card draw speed does not matter to him. Beast Gohan, who's yellow, does not care about card draw speed down. So, and these guys themselves, when pop a green card, do not care about card draw speed down. So, for the most part, it's good against VB. But guess what? Guess what? VB will just pop his main, reset his hand, remove the debuffs. Haha, wow. So, no, these guys defensively are not good. They're gonna be just, you get in a combo, you are like, okay, I need to switch out. I need to switch out, go to a better unit that can fucking defend. They have neutrality. They have a lot of neutrality. 5 timer counts whenever they face an enemy. Defensively, pretty good. As I said, defensively, they are not the best, which is good. Okay, so please stop glazing this unit. And again, they are not better than Turles. They are not even comparable to Turles. Turles is in another... If Turles is a sparking, these guys are an EX. That's how far apart they are. Alright? It's not even a fucking comparison. So, please, let's not do that. These guys on themselves, like with good units, they're gonna do good. You can't run 2 bad units and then they think that Gohan and Trunks are gonna be like, ah, yes, I put them, so now a team is good. No, they will get bodied as well. You need good units around them. For example, Beast Gohan, Super Saiyan God Goku you can run. Who else is good with them? Who else? I don't know. Which hybrid units do they have that you can run? Even VB works with them, but then you need another safety unit because that is not alone enough. Daima Goku works good with them, but then you need another defensive. You can basically leader slot them on the Daima Goku and Tamagami team. That could work as well. Gotenks works well with them because he also has safety, and then you can run, Yellow Beast, Gotenks, and these guys. So you understand, you need good units around them to make use of them. Same as Nappa Vegeta. Nappa Vegeta were not gonna be your carry unit. These guys are not gonna be your carry unit. They are a third unit you put on your team for safety. And they are a third unit. They're not even a second. You're like, oh, I'll run a broken unit, then I'll run Gohan and Trunks, and then I'll run a shit unit. You can't do that. You can't do that. Gohan and Trunks need to be the worst unit on your team. They can't be the second worst. Because otherwise your team is cooked. If you have a worse unit than them on your team. So, again, this is not me saying they are shit. They are a good unit. They are a well-designed unit. Well-designed in terms of, if you consider the health of the meta, how they're not going to ruin the game. Good. Well-designed. In terms of, should they have been stronger if the next unit is going to be back to, VB and SSJ3 and Daima style units, if they're going to be back to that power level, then these guys are just not good enough. But I'm assuming this is the thing they're gonna level they're gonna keep moving forward. Units like these where they're a ranged unit and they don't do good defensively. People, characters will have weaknesses. They will not be having good things in every department. So considering that, good, well designed. Anyways, if you disagree with me, you can go fuck yourself. Equips. So equips, we got like 2 equips this week. I have yet to farm the co-op one, but this one, like the usual we get. Blast attack for Android Saga member. So I don't even know if I want to farm 2 of these. I think 1 is just enough, because Android Saga and Hybrid. When are you gonna run 2 Android Saga Hybrid units together? And even if you do, 1 slot is already booked for what do you say, the hybrid equip anyways, the hybrid awakened one. So basically you don't need much, you only need 1. So pretty basic equip, nothing to talk about. Then the other one is an interesting one. I don't know how good or bad it is, but it's interesting to say the least. At least it's something different, right? So we get like strike defense 10% and 35% blast defense base, and then 20% pure blast defense when you have 2 or more future battle members. And this is Sun Family, Vegeta Clan or Android. And then 10% HP. HP is always good. So this is more of a defensive minded unit. The thing is, interesting part is it says blast defense, and the only blast unit we got is like recently are these guys themselves, Trunks and Gohan, which leads me to believe they're gonna release more ranged units, because VB is melee, 3Ku is melee, Daima is melee, and then Beast is melee. Beast is melee type, right? Hold up. He is melee type. I'm sure. Yeah, he's melee type. So you don't need blast defense, and that's why I think the thing is they're gonna release more ranged units, because there's no way they were like, oh, Gohan and Trunks are releasing, so people would need blast defense. No, there's no way it's just for that. It has to mean that they're gonna release a bunch of ranged units now. But if this was strike defense, I would have been like, amazing equip. It's just we don't need blast defense right now, but in a certain meta, this could be very useful as an equip. I think it for a defensive minded equip, this is a pretty good one, because it gives you HP, pure defense 20%. It's not like 10%, 20%. And then, you know, even base blast defense and strike defense 10%. So yeah, if you can farm it, I guess it's very difficult to farm co-op equips, because you just don't get good slots without Bonanza. Even with Bonanza, it's difficult to get them, and without any Bonanza, it's just almost impossible to farm these equips. But yeah, I mean, you can farm them manually, I guess, but if you just do your dailies, you can't farm them. It's just not gonna be enough. But yeah, that was it for the weekly review. As I said, don't get upset about Trunks and Gohan just because you like the unit. As I said, they're a good unit, decent unit, meta viable, totally usable. Everything about them is good, but you need a good team around them. Okay, and they are just, please accept it that they're just Nappa Vegeta but better. Like, they're nothing more than that. That's it. That's nothing to be like. That's nothing bad. Nappa Vegeta were a decent unit. They are also a decent unit. That's all. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.